Manga-Waido.
I'm Kanami Kimura. I run a small cafe in town.
I love the sundae here. It's so good.
Thank you.
I put some extra whipped cream on there. I know how much you like sweets, Nezu-san. You're welcome.
Hey, Seiya, stop being rude. Sorry.
It's okay. Hey, Kanami-san. When was the last time you talked to your father?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't talked to him since I opened this place.
I see.
My upbringing was a bit complicated. My father, Hirokazu Kimura, he wasn't my biological dad. My real dad was a Yakuza, and he died in a brawl when I was a baby. Then my dad, he adopted me. He was a childhood friend of my mother. And so, I started living with my dad, Hirokazu, and his parents. They owned a small restaurant, and I always enjoyed working there, so that's why I decided to open my own store. But my dad...
I wouldn't if I were you. Go to college and get a normal job.
No way! I want to have my own store, just like Grandpa and Grandma.
I just don't want you to end up like Toraji. That's all.
Toraji was my biological father's name. My dad was really against the idea. But I didn't listen to him and opened my cafe anyways. I haven't talked to my dad since. I recently got my own place, so I no longer had to worry about him breathing down my neck. You know how he is. He's still angry that I opened this store against his will.
I see. Well, he's always been the stubborn type.
Yeah. This is Nezu-san, a salesman for this rental company. He was a regular at my grandparents' place. He did martial arts, and that's how he met my dad. He was always smiling, and he was nothing like my dad, but they got along really well for some reason.
Wow! You finished it already?
Yeah, is your stomach okay?
Oh, I'm fine. The whipped cream here isn't that thick, so I could eat it every day. Thank you. Welcome.
Seiya was working here part-time. He was a very hard-working kid. But then one day...
Hey, there's a hair in my pasta. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you a new one right away. I don't want it anymore. I lost my appetite. How are you gonna make this right? I'm sorry, sir. Get me the manager. Yes, sir.
I'm so sorry. I'll get you a new one right away, and...
I don't care. I need more than that.
How about these coupons then? Here you go.
Fine. Don't let this happen again.
Okay, sorry again.
We're sorry.
The man finally left.
I'm sorry. That guy, he was so arrogant. If he ever comes back...
What are you gonna do, huh?
Nothing.
Just be careful from now on, okay?
Okay.
But then, 2 days later...
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome. That guy came back, and this time he was with some other guy.
We're with the Yakuza. I heard what you did to my boy here the other day.
Right. I'm truly sorry about that.
It's fine. But we got something else to talk about. You know what protection money is?
Huh?
This is our turf. And if you want to do business here, you gotta pay us protection money.
What?
For starters, pay us 5 grand.
What? But I don't owe you anything. I'll call the cops.
What? We're trying to be nice about this. You better pay up now or you'll regret it.
What's going on? Let's go.
Hey now, don't scare her like that.
Sorry.
Look, there's no need to cause such trouble here. I'll give you some time to come up with the protection money. We'll be back in a few days, okay? You better have our money. It's nothing personal. It's just business. What are you gonna do?
I gotta call the cops.
Yeah, I think it's for the best.
I let out a sigh. I worked so hard over the years so I wouldn't end up like my real dad, but I guess trouble has a way of finding me. Why can't I just live in peace?
Hey now, cheer up. Ah, welcome.
Then my grandparents showed up.
Hey there. We were just in the neighborhood.
Where are all the customers? Oh, So I told them what happened. Then...
That's terrible. Next time they show up, just tell them this.
Huh?
A few days later.
Hey,
They're here. The two of them showed up again.
so, you got the money?
Yes, but it's not here. But I can call my dad and tell him to bring it over. Is that okay?
Your dad? Is this some kind of trick?
No, look, see, I'm just calling my dad.
Fine.
Okay, he lives nearby, so it shouldn't be long.
Alright, but don't try anything funny.
Okay. Why did Grandpa tell me to pretend like I'm calling my dad? What is his plan? But I did as my grandpa told me. A few minutes later, my grandpa arrived.
Sorry for the wait. Ah, thanks for coming. So, you got the money? Yeah, so, you guys run this area? That's right, I'm Sugimoto. I work for the Manwa family. Alright. Come on, then. Hand it over. You want this, huh? Huh?
What the? Then he took out a voice recorder from the envelope.
I got everything I need. You don't have to worry about anything anymore. Harukazu, come in here.
Then,
Freeze!
Dad?
What the? Ugh.
My dad was a cop, and so was my grandpa. He was retired now, though. Anyways, the cops came in and took them away. Dad, why are you here?
Grandpa told me you were in danger. Why didn't you tell me right away?
I'm sorry. I didn't want to worry you, that's all. And I thought you'd be mad.
Mad about what? I'm proud of you. Look at what you've done with this place.
Oh,
Don't worry about a thing anymore, okay?
okay. But then, one of them made a run for it.
Move! Wait!
But then,
Hello? What the? Move! Wow! Gah! Oops. You okay? He's out cold. Nice throw. That was insane! I didn't mean to knock him out, though. I still have to practice my throws.
then the Yakuza got taken away. You okay?
Yeah. What happened here? You went against the Manwa family! You're all dead! Manwa family? They're with the Yakuza. They told us to pay them 5 grand.
Sorry about all this.
Oh, don't worry. They're just a bunch of delinquents. I bet they're not even real Yakuza.
Huh?
Don't worry, though. I'll make sure they never bother you again. I'll make a few calls.
Huh? Okay. Then, a few days later, we found out that they weren't even real Yakuza. They were just con artists trying to shake people down. Oh, Dad, thanks for everything.
Sure. You okay?
Yeah. Hey, about what you said earlier, you really proud of me?
Of course I am. I know how hard you worked to get this place up and running. I'm your dad, so I'm always worried about you. But that's what dads do, so, yeah. Yeah, he's very happy for you. Sorry I was such a jerk to you. I should have been more supportive. I know you're old enough to take care of yourself now. But if you ever need help, just ask me, okay?
Okay, thank you. And so peace returned to my little cafe. My dad started coming over every now and then after that.
Wow! Look at the size of this thing! It's really good!
You don't have to finish it.
I'll be fine. Wow, this is good! Told you!
The Yakuza incident scared off some of my customers, but they all came back a few weeks later. Then, several months later...
Hey, can we talk?
Grandpa? Sure. Grandpa showed up saying he wanted to talk. He said his restaurant was in trouble. This big mall opened up nearby and he was losing his business.
I'm thinking about closing shop.
Don't say that! I know, I'll come up with a new menu.
Kanami.
Come on, we gotta try! Later that day...
You okay? You should get some rest.
It's fine. I gotta do everything I can to save that place.
Yeah, but...
When Dad said he wanted to take me in, it wasn't so easy. Some of his relatives were against it.
I see. Well, taking in a child is a lot of responsibility, so I can see why.
Yeah, and my real dad was a Yakuza, so that just made it harder. But then my grandparents, they stood by my dad, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. Saiya knew about my past. He just sat there and listened to me. After they took me in, they raised me like I was their own. So, I want to return the favor.
I'll do everything I can to help you.
Thanks, Saiya. After that, I put Saiya in charge of the cafe so I could focus on rebuilding my grandparents' restaurant. I came up with new menu items, decorated the store, and I advertised their place on social media every chance I got. Then one day...
Hey, Kanami!
Dad? Nezu-san?
We just got off of practice. You got a table for us? We went to the mall, but it was so crowded. Yeah, that place was packed. Hopefully some of those customers will spill over this way. It'll definitely help small businesses around here.
That's it! That's a great idea, Dad! Thank you!
Huh? Sure. No problem.
Thanks.
He's actually the one who suggested that we come here.
Huh?
He probably just wanted to see you. But he was too stubborn to say that, so it took me a while to understand what he was really trying to say.
I see. That's sweet of him. Then, I came up with this new idea to attract some of the customers from the crowded mall. We started handing out coupons for couples and families on the weekends. On the weekdays, we handed out coupons for businessmen, and it was working. Sales were starting to go up again. I think we'll be okay.
Thank you so much, Kanami.
Sure thing. Glad I could be of help. A few weeks later, I had the day off, so my dad and I went out to the graveyard to see my real parents.
Joraji went through some rough things, and he ended up losing his life. But deep down, he was a good guy.
I see.
He was one of the most loyal guys out there. He took great care of his people, his friends. I wish there was something I could have done for him.
My dad was good friends with both my parents. But then my real dad's dad ran off with some woman, leaving my real dad with debt and...
That's why you started working for the Yakuza.
My dad wanted to be a cop, so he stopped hanging out with my real dad, and they never really talked after that.
But in his final moments, he called me. He told me to look after you.
What?
When I saw you for the first time, you reminded me of them. You looked just like your parents. That's when I knew that I had to protect you.
I had no idea.
It was a lot of responsibility, so that's why I was so strict. But I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I know you were just looking out for me, so I'm sorry too.
Kanami.
I'm gonna be okay. Mom, Dad, please watch over me. It doesn't matter where you're from or what kind of upbringing you had. It's all about how you choose to live your life. As for me, I'm gonna continue to work hard and make people happy with the food and coffee I make. Anyways, it was a rough couple of months, but glad everything worked out.